All right, well, it's Billy MacLeod here again. I'm standing here at City Hall, skyline behind me, one day before the election. It's been an amazing run. 3 months of meeting people, reaching out, talking to families about what they want out of their city council representative. It's been amazing. We brought people on board from East Dallas. We brought people on board from Love Field, from all over the city. They've jumped in. Our Facebook campaign is one of the most dynamic campaigns in the country. Over 1,400 people have been following this campaign every single day. All I can say is I'm amazed by what I've learned and what I've heard. There's been some revelations in the last day about my opponent, intimidating and giving retribution to some of my supporters, and that's unfortunate, but that's not what this campaign's about. This campaign's about ideas and the future of the city of Dallas. I stand here today before you, a candidate for the most important district in the city of Dallas. A district that represents so many broad and diverse socioeconomic and cultural levels that no one even has ever been able to break that seal. My opponent got lazy, and she didn't expect us to run a campaign at all. Well, we did. And I'm proud of all my supporters for being courageous enough to stand with me in this fight. We've brought Republicans on board, Democrats on board, whites, blacks, Hispanics, young and old. And they've all asked me to help them. You know, the term "si se puede" in Spanish means yes, we can do it. And that's been a little bit of a motto for us recently, because a lot of people told me not to run for city council, that I didn't have the money, that I didn't have the support, the background, that my criminal record would kill me. Well, you know, that's the pundits talking. But what they didn't expect was hard ideas and creativity, forethought and common sense, pure leadership skills. It's what this city sorely needs. I've brought this message into the City Hall chambers, into the chambers of the City Council, and I've fought for students and their curfews. I fought for homeless. I fought for small business. I fought for you. See, the thing is that Dallas City Council District 2 represents all the entertainment areas of Dallas. Whether you're flying into Dallas for a 3-day stay, or whether you want a convention here, whether you're just visiting for the night, you're going to probably come down to District 2 and spend some time. Well, that means you're a stakeholder. That means there's more people who have a stake in this district than in any other district in the city. Then there's also the 65,000 undocumenteds who live in my district and don't have a vote, who have been intimidated by my opponent, who are scared, and who have not been given the respect they deserve. Fact is that the hotel that the city wants to build is in District 2. The Trinity River and those weak levees are in District 2. The Design District, American Airlines Center, the homeless shelter. So, I feel confident that we have put on a campaign that'll prove out tomorrow to be winning because we cared enough to talk to the people. We cared enough to spread the message of change and of hope and of progress. And those might seem like they're broad words, but they mean we're asking people to vote local, vote early, vote local for a change, participate in democracy. These are all ideas that are maybe talked about on a national level, but they're not necessarily talked on a local level. As I mentioned, there's 93,000 people that live in our district, only 23,000 registered voters. 13,000 people voted for president, and only 2,000 people voted in the last local election. It's just not enough. So we have boldly asked people to participate. We've reached out to them on Facebook, on MySpace, through the mail, in their neighborhoods, knocked on their doors. We've had cookouts. We opened a community center. We went to where they were and we spoke to them. The majority of those people were thankful, and they asked for help, and so we stepped up. And we're bringing it to them. 24 hours from now, it's going to be election day. Tomorrow night we'll know who is victorious in this election. I will say this, that I can't guarantee that we win, but I can guarantee that we will not lose this election. We cannot lose, because we've brought a message of change and of hope. We've energized a vital youth. You know, John F. Kennedy once said that each time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of daring, those ripples create a current that can tear down the mightiest walls of resistance and oppression. You know, freedom of speech is so important. It's one of our basic rights, the First Amendment. The ability and the power to express one's ideas and communicate their beliefs, and to hold government accountable for their obligations. You know, today a lawsuit was filed against my opponent for trying to squash my supporters' First Amendment rights. No one can ever take your rights away from you. If and when I get to City Hall, I will bring you with me, and you'll have the opportunity, wherever you live, to reach out to a representative who understands your needs. You know, it's the first time that anybody from our generation has ever gotten onto a ballot and been a viable candidate in the top 10 city election. It may be the first time in 30 years that a local insurgent candidate has won a Dallas election. No incumbent's been beaten in 30 years. 2
minutes.
And I know it's the first time a candidate who does not come from wealth or being pushed by wealth has had an opportunity to win a local election. So I want to thank you guys for coming along this ride. And the next 48 hours are going to be incredible. We're going to make history. My name's Billy MacLeod. And just imagine one of us on the Dallas City Council. It's going to be amazing and historical. I will fight for families first. I will fight for working class. I'll fight for you. But it's been fun. It's been an honor to be a candidate for Dallas City Council. And it'll be an honor to be a city council man. A public servant. Thanks.